Cash rules everything around me, I'm about the green like today St. Patrick. Bro got a pack in the mail, he's tracking. Gassed as soon as it lands in Gatwick.
Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a while since I've made a YouTube video here. I just decided we're almost into the last quarter of the year. We've yet to upload in about a year, maybe a year and a half on YouTube. And yeah, it's simply I'm just gonna bring a what's working, what's not for me in the markets, how my strategy from the 2 years ago and what I've changed. And yeah, I'm just winging this. I ain't gonna cut this either, but we're just gonna get back into the realm of things, get the content flowing and stuff. And yeah, I hope I can bring some content that helps out you guys. And I know a couple people from my Telegram group have been asking. So I'll make these videos and yeah, let's get right into today's video. If you enjoy, give me a like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be most of the OGs for the first video here, but yeah, let's get into this. Alrighty, so we're gonna get right into this. I'm gonna stick with Bitcoin for this. And then, yeah, and this is not a video I recommend if you have not already watched the previous videos before this a couple years back. Go ahead and watch those because it's still necessarily the same things. Like I'm not going to go over how to find the level, like the daily level in this video because there's already a video. But in regards to that, I will dive into how I'm using my levels to trade, different little entries and exits, my strategies for that. I'll dive into a couple things on how to simplify your whole general perspective of trading because it realistically is supposed to be simple, like and emotionless. And there's a lot of things that traders overcomplicate, and that's why they don't become profitable or they just give up too early. And yeah, it's something that it could take someone 6 months, it could take someone 6 years. It ranges. But with saying that, we have just recently seen a solid move here on Bitcoin at a low, which I say that in a short-term perspective. Obviously, since the last time I made a video, Bitcoin is now hit 124,000, 125,000, which is unbelievable. Crypto it's here to stay. But yeah, with that being said, obviously I'm trading and I'm not looking at swing trades from say 125 to 108. But yeah, so just a couple things like that we could see here on why Bitcoin might have found a little retracement from here. And I'm pretty sure it's like I'll check the percent move, but I'm not too sure. Of course it's white. I can't even see the text. All right, well, I don't know where the percentage sign is. That's just embarrassing. Everything should be on there. But okay, regardless of the fact, nice little reversal here. And there's a couple different patterns that you got to realize of why and what we maybe could look for to continue to trade this now. But one being, we obviously have our anchored VWAP with our current uptrend from there. Nice bounce just from the level. If we also pull our fixed range from the last previous range, you can see that the volume area high of this range was also at this zone, and point of control being the same level as the anchored VWAP. So that there is just a very strong level of confluence on somewhere that you could have looking to take a buy position. I was looking for buys myself. Unfortunately, I did miss them, but that's part of the game. With that, also, there's a pattern that's very, if you look back to one of my, I think it's understanding market structure of like different types of bullish divergences and bearish divergences and like patterns that are bullish versus bearish. So like obviously right here on the daily time frame, we have a descending wedge and descending wedges, pardon, my nose is a little bit clogged, but they tend to break out more than break down. And with Bitcoin, like you can think more intraday, but because it's like a currency that's moving at like, it doesn't just range, like essentially, like it doesn't just go up like the S&P. Like I didn't mean it doesn't range. It ranges a lot more than say the S&P and whatnot. Like there's a lot more volatility, and that's the love of the game. But that means you got to stick with your high time frame bias. Understand where the market is heading, because if you can figure that out, then your main bias of trade would be, okay, if you're thinking the market's going to go higher, you're looking for a bigger buy versus a smaller short. You're looking to get out of your shorts, get into buys. That's just giving the mind like clarity, so when you go to the local time frames, then you can start to trade your local time frames and figure out what's going on. So obviously right here, with this descending wedge, we necessarily haven't broken out and we haven't changed any sort of market direction. This is still, okay, I'm back. Something cut out there. I'm not too sure what happened. But I was going into saying that there is no real market share. Like we have a local market structure change. Obviously, we've got our price that moved from 108 to 112. That's a decent move if you caught that. But still, overall, we do have these continuation of higher lows. Sorry, I'm fucking losing my mind apparently. But lower highs, and lower lows, forming obviously a bearish market. If we were to take this high here, then we could be looking for somewhat of a reversal to take buys back into the bigger zone. But at the moment, I'm not too keen on shorting this based off of my my larger time frame bias being that there's a descending wedge and they tend to break out more. So I'd rather wait for a breakout, see that local market structure change, and then look to get into the pullback to try and take the trade to our daily or monthly or naked point of control up here. And then I would be more open to take shorts up and around these areas, because I know that it's a higher probability on my end. If, yeah, I mean, it's pretty basic. And then also, we're still using USDT, which is very crucial because they are complete opposites of each other and they tend to trade exactly perfect if one's at approaching a low, one's approaching a high, one, et cetera, et cetera. And then, yeah, it's pretty much all on BTC. And simply all that I'm using to take trades, like I kind of just broke down to you the basics, and this is kind of just like a Bitcoin video. And now I'll get into a little bit more deeper stuff that's like something that you can kind of take home or try and, I guess, learn. But yeah, so needless to say, we're it's September, so we're nine months into the year. I think you should ask yourself, like, what have you accomplished this year? There's still a good amount of months left to figure out if you want to do something else, figure out something else. Like, that is still a option. But for trading, like, it's been a wild run for sure. But the really big thing is just simplifying it. Like, most traders are just like, they're just trying to overcomplicate everything. Indicators, blowing their charts up, rush trading or revenge trading, or whatever you want to call it. Like, most traders don't get to the point where they learn the emotional side of things and how if you leave your emotions out of the market, and yeah, sure, it's easy to say if you have a little bit of money, because you're not trading necessarily to make money. Like, you kind of like, there's a different mindset of things. But with that, like, when you come into entries, try and see the trade before you take the trade. And depending on the time frame you're trading, obviously I don't trade on like the local 1 minutes and stuff like that. Like, I tend to take intraday to swing trades. And like, there's just patience involved, and less is more. Like, you should not be taking 30 trades a week, necessarily even 30 trades a month. Like, I'm probably at average, I'd say 7 to 10 setups at max a month, depending on the market conditions and depending on whatever it may be. But yeah, just less is more. Simplify things. And if you guys want help, like, my Telegram is free. Like, you guys can just join the Telegram, and I usually go live and stuff. If you want to learn something, it's a great place to be. Trading is a skill set that is actually fucking the best thing and the worst thing that I've ever done. It's just it's a crazy mindset twist. But yeah, with that being said, join the Telegram. If you like this video, make sure you let me know if this video needs more, and I'll put a part 2. I will also do that. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna get back to consistency on YouTube here. Maybe one day we'll get into the vlog side of things, but I don't know. It's just making content's kind of a fun thing that you can do when I guess you're just traveling. But yeah, I'm here in Colombia. I've just been traveling Spain for past 3 months. It's been a hectic ride. Now we're gonna lock in. We're gonna hit Dubai soon, and yeah, we're gonna continue making money, growing the group. We're gonna grow a little community, start running some ads again. We'll see where we can go. But yeah, it's me clocking out. Hope you guys have an amazing day, morning, whenever you're watching this, and day, morning, or night, whatever. But peace. I'm out.